Hey Outlaws, and welcome back. It's been a minute. But I want to talk about this because it makes sense. A lot of other channels, some much bigger than this one, have discussed this. But I want to talk about it because, I like talking about things. And because I like to talk about cars, specifically about those Dodge Chargers / Challengers. Because, I own a Hellcat Challenger. Discuss it. Now, I have not supported the EV jump at all. I thought it was foolish. I thought the whole microtransaction approach that I've mentioned before, and I think a lot of people are now catching on to it, was detrimental to the selling, or like to the idea of switching EVs, where like these people say, oh, you can immediately upgrade your car by putting in a subscription or by making a one-time electronic payment, and then we'll electronically unlock your car. It's like, you've already paid for the damn hardware, and now they're trying to rip you off and make you pay for the software unlock. It's like they think you're so stupid you're in a video game. Anyways, let's get focused. So today we're going to talk about the transmission tunnel that has been seen on pictures of these new 2024 Dodge Charger Daytona EVs. Now, other people talked about it. You can see a picture right here. I'm going to pull up a bigger one. Boom. That, ladies and gentlemen, looks very much like a transmission tunnel. Unless they've got some crazy electric motor thing going on up here or whatever that's going to like blow air all the way down and make it sound like some crazy custom whatever. Like they've abandoned that cat trapped in a box sounding audio system that just was like absolutely horrible. I did a video on that one too, but I've already forgotten about it because I just thought it was stupid. It's just like, look, just stop. Don't do it. There's other ones, like in case people out there are like, what the heck is a transmission tunnel? Transmission tunnel is a pre-installed, like just basically metal, or you can see carbon fiber right here. Carbon fiber is lighter. I believe it absorbs heat better too. It takes a lot of weight off, but it's pretty much designed in the chassis of the car to allow the transmission to be inserted and then go down, connect to the drive shaft, connects to the differential. You can see like the little, looks like electronic gearbox right here. Here's another picture as well. Much older version, less sexy. Again, the transmission. There's the engine bay right there, the little rubber holders or protection, whatever. Slides in. That looks like the gearbox. It's pretty much a shell. So that's a transmission tunnel. So a lot of people are talking about it. What is the point of having the transmission tunnel? Now, I think it's a good idea, and I think a lot of people agree with it. So you see the hump right here. It pretty much allows Dodge, see it goes right there, there's a little section right there where the engine, looks like an engine would attach right there. And you see a little hump right there. It allows Dodge to be able to switch in and out. Like if the whole EV thing doesn't work, they can switch it out. They can throw their Hurricane Turbo V6, or they can throw a more modern, maybe more fuel economic V8 in there as well. That's the one thing I said they should have done from the get-go, was not just jump immediately to EV and to shoot everybody in the face, say screw your V8. Because let's be honest, yeah, the Dodge Challengers are not like the fastest cars. I mean, the Demon 170, that thing's insanely fast. That's like, I believe, the fastest ICE ever. Like even supercars, so you watch some of the videos on YouTube, they have to have modified or non-stock superchargers or turbochargers thrown in there after the fact. So definitely some of the fastest production cars that are more affordable for people. But anyways, I digress. I've always said they should have done V8 hybrids. I know it would cost a lot of money. Could have struck down the V8 just a little bit, made some room for a hybrid engine to be in there, especially for the two front wheels, because that's where a lot of people just, you lose so much power. Like, you got like your 1,000 whatever plus engine or whatever people do with it, all the way down to 707 horsepower, shoot it all the way back to only two rear-wheel drive wheels. It's like, you can only get those wheels so thick, your drive shaft can only handle so much, and your rear differential can also only handle so much pressure and forces put on it until you have to start running a ton of issues. Especially if you want to keep it stocked, and you're going to spend a fortune on these cars, you don't want to spend another fortune on modifying them. And just limit yourself to two-wheel drive. Like, I get it, burnouts, all that stuff, cool, fun. But really, all-wheel drive, you immediately get to pick up and go. And I always thought the best idea was stick with the V8s, but make it a hybrid, and then have that engine in the front. That way you get some power brought to those front wheels. Because also that should crank up the miles per gallon, too. Because then you have that engine helping you coast or get off, especially in city driving. Coast, get off in the city driving, then stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. And then even more so than the highways. I mean, there's just so much opportunity for fun there. And they dropped it. Anyways, let's go. So let's read off the article. I've just been kind of talking, you know, off the side a little bit here. So, blah, 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 Dodge Charger coming, blah, blah, blah. Naturally, there's buzz. From the get-go, a couple things need to call our attention. This is the article. First, the presence of a B-pillar, a departure from the concept's clean design, while the window extends further to the midpoint instead of the starting point of the wheel arch. Second, and more intriguingly, what seems to be a transmission tunnel, although there is some room for doubt regarding the latter. Like I said, it could be like like some kind of weird different idea they had for the exhaust, where like instead of like it's a transmission tunnel, it's like some kind of weird complicated system where the electric engine has like a fan or something, or some kind of blades, or maybe a speaker, or who knows what the hell they're doing, that then goes down to these fake exhausts, and then it goes all the way down, it goes boom, and you can just sound how it, you can change how it sounds or how it affects you, and then the tunnel behind it. Let me go back up to that picture, that way you can guys see it better on top. And then like it starts like from here on the quote-unquote engine bay, sends this little sound, wind sound, whatever, and then you can electronically modify it, and then you can like feel the sound vibrations, just like from an internal combustion engine. You feel like the vibrations and sounds, because like, let's be honest, that's also why people like it. Not only because it's only like the fastest thing on there, but also the feel, the sound, the atmosphere of owning a V8. And so then they're trying to like make some kind of weird wind tunnel thing or whatever. I don't know. They could be doing lots of things. They're not really talking too much about it. Anyways, so let's move forward. So that could be it too. Could be it. Driver's side also has what looks like a fuel door, although it could very well be a charging port. Yeah, so there's the, I didn't really want to talk about it because I'm like, it could be literally anything, like just a charging port where it is. I mean, you could put battery, it really doesn't matter where you put the charging port. You can put the damn charging port like right next to the driver's seat or whatever. Well, not be stupid, but you could technically put the driver's charger port anywhere. Let's take a look. Okay, so Dodge has said for some time now that the next Charger is coming as a battery electric vehicle. In fact, it's patented an interesting system that emulates exhaust sounds and provides specific details about trim levels too. Yeah, the rip-off trim levels I mentioned earlier. However, it's acknowledged that it's theoretically possible to equip the new Charger with internal combustion system engines down the line. That's also what they could be doing. Yeah, it's a backup plan so that when the EVs don't do well, or if they don't do well, like I'm not going to get one. Like especially with the rip-off microtransaction, I'm not getting that. I'm not paying that kind of trash. Like BMW did that stuff where like you had to pay a monthly subscription fee just to get your seat warmers to work, your steering heating wheel. Like you already have it. You already paid for the hardware. Now they're just ripping you off. What's awful is that these people with just more money than common sense are paying for that trash, rather than flat out telling those car companies, no, screw you, I'm not paying for that. Like, it's already installed in the car. I'm not paying for it. If it's there, it should automatically work, not have to pay a subscription fee. Like, then some fools even pay for a start your car from far away. Like, are you serious? Like, sorry, a remote start. Like, are you serious? Why would you pay a monthly subscription fee for that? Don't do it, dude. Push back. All right. As the brand CEO, Tim Kuniskis, conveyed to the press last year, I can put an ICE engine in there. Doesn't mean we're going to. We're certainly not launching with anything like that. We're launching with full battery. So yeah, they might launch with that, and then once they realize that people don't want it or people want trash, but even then, it's like you're paying. That doesn't even make any damn sense. That has to be a lie, or has to be a non-truth. Whatever mind game you want to play, mental gymnastics. So let's see, you sell a car to a dealership with all the electric engine components, batteries, all that crap. And then you're going to be like, give people the option of putting an ICE, internal combustion engine in there? Like, that's so expensive. You're already limiting your customer base. Because you're putting an ICE engine. And I feel like I should talk about this somewhere else, because I might be getting too off long a rant. But the one way I could see that possibly, and I'll explore this in another video, that possibly working is if you have your electric vehicle with all of its ridiculous nonsense, and then you put an ICE engine in there, but you keep the electric vehicle parts in. But that's going to make it super heavy. So any boost you get from horsepower and torque is going to also be affected. Maybe? I mean, the only way I can see throwing an engine in there is if you're wanting to go to like ludicrous speeds of like, or have ludicrous amounts of horsepower from like 1400. Maybe if you throw like a scat pack engine in there, like it would still have to be compressed, because I doubt they're going to put anything in there that's not approved by the EPA, or like, it's going to cost them fines, quote unquote. Yeah, 13, 14, maybe almost a 1,500 horsepower vehicle. That's insane. Maybe, but just the weight. And I could imagine just the maintenance cost, the upkeep cost, how much it's going to cost to install all that. I don't know. I'm not sure that's a great idea. That's like a super powered hybrid car. Like that's like a $200,000 car, if not more. And I don't think anybody's going to be able to afford that. And maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. But all right, Outlaws. It's good talking to you. Good seeing you all again. You're still here. Give me a like. Please check out our store. You know, we're doing lots of good things. It's usually Twisted Outlaws. We have an Etsy store. We also have Shopify, if you prefer that instead. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. We'll see you next time.